tell you that was probably the most pathetic baseball game I've ever seen a group play. I said, work your f***ing hard. I told you there was one thing that makes a difference between Lumberton and other schools. The one reason we compete with teams bigger and badder than us is our heart. Where the f*** was that? Bunch of f***ing freeland honest.
Hello there. My name is Coach Randy. I'm the president of Project NextGen and author of Bullying in Sports, a guide to identifying the injuries we don't see. Today, I'm addressing the bully coach. What you just heard is not uncommon. As a matter of fact, parents and players often seek me out to share their stories about bully coaches. Scenes like this play out in locker rooms, fields, and courts everywhere. Unfortunately, our culture in sports often promotes and encourages this type of behavior in our coaches. A tremendous amount of latitude is given to coaches that would never be allowed or acceptable in the classroom. There are three common types of bully coaches. However, they all have aggressive personalities, maintain a win-at-all-cost attitude, and promote the strongest over the weakest. One of the most popular types of bully coach is the old school coach. This coach runs practices and games in a strict, no-nonsense fashion, often benching or chastising players for mistakes. The core philosophy is that the only way to have fun in sports is to win. This type of coach often creates a tremendous amount of insecurity in players by using intimidation, fear, and manipulation. Come on! Coach. The second type of bully coach is the screaming monster. This coach believes he has carte blanche to verbally abuse players and berate officials. Inappropriate language spews from his mouth, dropping F-bombs and demeaning anyone in his path, especially after a loss. However, after time passes, the sweetness returns, creating confusion and uncertainty in players.
Physically kicking players, firing balls at players from point-blank range.
The third type of bully coach is the know-it-all. This type of coach wants everyone to know what an expert he is and that his way is the only way to do things if they want to win. If the team loses, it's because they didn't listen to the coach. It's their fault for not paying attention and doing what the coach wanted. This type of coach creates frustration for players as they often become afraid to speak up.
The story goes that 10 and 11-year-old California kids were paid by a coach to knock kids on the other team out of the game.
Regardless of the type of bully coach, these individual coaches exist in our communities. Many walk in plain sight and are cheered on by fans. Supervisors, parents, and players tend to look the other way. However, it is time to stand up to these coaches and remind them about the roles that they play in our children's lives. Their behavior must no longer be allowed, condoned, or ignored. For more information about the bully coach, please consider purchasing my book, Bullying in Sports, a guide to identifying the injuries we don't see. You can find it at www.bullyinginsports.com. You can also follow me on Twitter at Coach Randy Says, or visit my website anytime at www.coachrandysays. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about the bully coach.